Talking with Jerry.
I just had to do this podcast tonight. I mean, I just had to stop watching the football game. I spoke earlier today with one of my former students, a young man in his early 30s. And wow, this is about Kevin Samuels, and he was 100% right. So, hey, stay tuned, like and subscribe. This is going to be real short and to the point. Let's have a brief discussion. Kevin Samuels. Was he 100% right? So, earlier today, I had a call from one of my former students in his 30s now, doing quite well for himself. And as we, went along in our conversation, he said, you know what, Mr. Roebuck, you will not believe how difficult it is. I'm trying to be serious with women that I'm meeting, a lot of my peers, my friends. We all seem to be having the same problem. Though we're meeting women at work, at clubs, or at lunchtime, at bars, wherever, we keep running into modern women who seem to be delusional. In other words, he's saying that all of his friends, these women that they're meeting in their age bracket, let me, preface that, they seem to be delusional and have unrealistic expectations. In other words, they are into a lifestyle where they're anticipating meeting someone that is an established millionaire, that is ready to step up and take them shopping, take care of their children if they already have children, help them pay their rent, not being able to go 50-50 on a date to even pay for parking if he's spending $200, $300, $400, not even getting them a birthday card, or sometimes even a Christmas card, that yet alone a Christmas gift. And that the women that they are meeting seem so delusional that even trying to discuss these things leads to an argument. Well, I was really taken aback. And I did not know that this issue, which Kevin Samuels spoke about so often, was so prolific. And he went on to tell me that this has been happening to him over a 2-year period now. Now, Kevin Samuels, he had the data, he had the facts, so much to back him up. And when you think about, starting a new relationship, what this young man was telling me is that, he's got good credit, he has a car, he has his own apartment, and he has a bright future ahead of him. But some of the women that he's meeting, there seems to be one way or another that they're coming saying to him, well, what do you bring to the table? As if, what are you going to do for me? And they're saying, well, I am the table, so I don't have to bring anything to the relationship. And this was, just so weird to hear this. Not to say that in my generation, we didn't have similar situations, though a lot different, because there wasn't social media. We didn't have, TV shows like Love and Hip Hop. You didn't have Instagram with guys flashing money and pulling out wads of money and holding it up to their ear, etc., to create a lot of these unrealistic expectations. I mean, yeah, there was a record, Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent, sure. But this seems to be a bigger problem, especially for young people. So, I would just say to a lot of younger women, before you hit the wall, maybe level up, get into some, dialogue with your friends about what is realistic if you really want to have a mate and have someone to grow in a relationship together. Kevin Samuels talked about that, maybe the average man in the United States may only make about $50,000 a year. So yes, you can help build a relationship with someone, and you guys have goals so that he can make more money and you can make more money. But at the same time, going into a relationship, you have to have realistic aspirations. And what I heard today from this young man who shared with me that so many of his peers, including, as I said, people on his job that he works with, some former students that he stays in touch with, they're all having this problem. And I recall a brief conversation with another student who's in the military, who has been stationed in 3 different states here in the United States, that has got a lot of exposure outside of New York and Texas, in the Midwest and in Kansas, and then being briefly stationed out in California, in San Diego, California for a while. So, wow, this is something that I'm not criticizing women, and I'm going to do a show on black men. But I just wanted to say that, Kevin, who knew that you were so right? Who knew? And for the women who wanted to criticize Kevin, Tiffany Cross, I'm sorry that you lost your show on MSNBC. But to Karen Hunter from Sirius XM Urban View and Vivica Fox, who both said, oh, he got his karma. And for Karen Hunter to then say, yeah, I said it, to wish death on a black man who was actually an image consultant and who was trying to help women. Remember, women called into his show for advice. He opened up his phone lines. And yes, he was very frank, but women called him and presented their issues, and he tried to help them. So I just would say to you who wished Kevin Samuels, ill will, and he passed, and you said it was karma, you suck. And, you're really a disgrace. Kevin, you are a great brother. Rest in peace, rest in power, and you may have been 100% right. Don't forget to like and subscribe, tell other people, and I'm getting ready to do a show on black men, followed up by a show on black women. You won't want to miss it.